Hey yo, what's cracking with those who never miss a dose? The Chico Army. And if you're interested in joining that crew, subscribe and drop the title of Viewer of the Tube. My name's Tyler and welcome to the channel you can't help but jump right into.
Come on. All right.
Look, team in his nice ass shoes, about to jump in this fucking puddle.
I do it for the kids. What is like deep in the fucking pool?
Bob just like a cork for this content. It's time for Chico Crypto. 1 Bitcoin or 32 Ether? What is the smartest choice if you had to pick only one? If you're still working your way towards the goal of accumulating this much of each asset, which one should you accumulate first? Which asset class do I believe will perform better, integrating itself into society further than the other? Which club will be more elite? The Bitcoin 21 million club or the Ethereum 32 ETH club? Well, let's look at it based on categories. And number one, let's begin with what we know. What are the current prices for 1 Bitcoin and 32 Ethereum? And what is more cost effective? And what was the performance of each over the past year? AKA, which has better recent ROI, return on investment? Well, as we can see yesterday, 1 Bitcoin was worth just over 11 grand, 11,414 bucks. 32 Ethereum, on the other hand, was worth 12,024 bucks. So it is more cost effective or cheaper in USD terms to pick up 1 BTC. Although, which asset has performed better year to date? Pulling out the charts since January 1st, Bitcoin started at about 7,193, and today we are at 11,414. This is an increase of over 58%. Ethereum started at about 130 bucks, and today it's at about 375. That's an increase of over 188%. So Ethereum has performed better. And back in January of this year, you could have purchased that 32 Ether for much cheaper than a Bitcoin instead of more like today. It cost 4,160 bucks and Bitcoin was 7,193. So more cost effective right now, Bitcoin, but better recent performance ROI, Ethereum. Now, what can you do with your asset besides overall price increases for long-term holding? What benefits do you currently enjoy? What's the asset's value use cases? Bitcoin, well, you can hold it, and that's about it. Most of the options to earn any sort of interest on your BTC is centralized, like BlockFi, a crypto interest account of sorts. And as we can see with holding 1 BTC with them, you could earn $12.79 a week or over $664 per year. But like I said, this is centralized, and the option is for other crypto assets too, including Ethereum. So it really doesn't set itself apart with just this. What are the DeFi, decentralized options, as that is what Bitcoin was made for, to be decentralized? Well, there are actually options for BTC, and most of it is running through the Lightning Network. If you didn't know, the Lightning Network has had some rough roads from its inception, and total value locked up is just again finding its feet, but it's still tiny, only 12 million as of yesterday. But this is where your DeFi on Bitcoin is happening, and they do have some stuff. LN Markets is a Lightning channel for trading BTC derivatives, but since it's a Lightning channel, we can see how much is moving through this. Their Lightning channel nodes capacity from 1ml.com, which tracks a network capacity, is just 7.13 BTC, or nearly $79,000. Now, Ethereum also has something just like this, called DYDX. It's also decentralized margin trading, but not only for Ethereum, but also against two stablecoins, DAI and USDC. And because of this much larger activity, trading volume yesterday was over 1.2 million, and it's powered by decentralized lending and borrowing pools, where interest can be earned for the lenders. Now, through a BTC sidechain called Rootstock, Bitcoin is getting a slightly more robust DeFi platform called Money on Chain, which includes the first Bitcoin stablecoin, DOC, Dollar on Chain, BPRO token, which is designed designed to allow a person to earn a rent on Bitcoin positions and gain free leverage. And finally, BTCX, a leveraged long Bitcoin holding position token, and the MOC governance token for the smart contract. Now let's just go to the dashboard to see how deep this DeFi protocol is. Total RBTC, rootstock BTC in the system, is about 132, or about $1.4 million. And this is split between their DeFi token offerings. Not a lot compared with Ethereum DeFi protocols and offerings, but not bad for only being out since April of this year, and making up about a third of the supply of RBTC, as 378 of those are currently locked. Now, these are the top DeFi BTC protocols, and combined Lightning and Rootstock sidechains still make up under $20 million. It's nothing compared to the $10.68 billion of Ethereum DeFi, not even 1%, it's just 0.187%. So I don't have to beat a dead horse regarding this. When it comes to DeFi and what you can do with your asset, Ethereum takes the cake every time. Although DeFi is for the people, what about institutional involvement in each of the assets? Well, I'm sure you've seen the developments. Institutional trading with CME, backed, and they only allow Bitcoin futures right now, but Ether may be coming soon. Last Friday, CoinDesk dropped this article. CME sounding out crypto traders to gauge market demand for Ether futures options. And the article states, Darius Sit, founder at Singapore-based QCP Capital, in an interview with CME, they asked his interest in trading Ether on the exchange. So, Ether institutional trading isn't there yet on a large scale, but it may be coming soon. But then you also have to look at the big Bitcoin buys from the big players. Just a few weeks ago, we learned MicroStrategy CEO and founder Michael Saylor bet even bigger with his company, upping it up to $425 million. And then late last week, we learned Jack Dorsey put 1% of Square's total assets towards Bitcoin, totaling $50 million. They are adding these purchases to their company's corporate reserves. It's long-term bets because they see the long-term potential. You don't see this with Ethereum. No large entity outside of crypto has announced they've made a big asset purchase of Ether. Yeah, no one has announced it. In April of this year, Adam Cochran put out an excellent article called The 10K Audit, where he manually audited the top 10K Ethereum wallets to analyze them and see what the whales were doing. He had many findings, 32 to be exact, ranging from number 2, distribution data, number 7, an influx of new whales, and even shady things like number 23, Bitfinex using user funds to vote on ETH Prog POW proposal. But number 25 is the one we are interested in. The big players are buying. It says, we were also able to identify wallets associated with major players such as JP Morgan Chase, Reddit, IBM, Microsoft, Amazon, and Walmart. Behind the scenes accumulation, according to Adam's research, oh yeah. Now, as good as that is, Bitcoin still takes the cake on institutional interest and developments, but things could change really quickly for ETH here in the future. So right now, 32 ETH is more expensive, but it has better ROI recently. It also has DeFi behind it, which is an over $10 billion behemoth. Now, one Bitcoin is cheaper, but its ROI has been less, but it's still good. Bitcoin's DeFi is a dwarf compared to Ethereum, but institutional infrastructure is there and large enterprises are announcing their big purchases. But if you're gonna force me to make a decision, it all comes down to this. Staking. Bitcoin is setting itself up for security, where the security of the network is controlled through proof-of-work mining. Ethereum since July of 2015 has been similar, using the ETH hash algorithm to secure its network through proof-of-work and mining. Now, just holding the two assets, if you're not using DeFi, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, the only benefit is the prospect of future gains. That is it right now. Both networks' mining and transaction fees are distributed to the miners who secure the network. In Bitcoin mining, it started out for the people, where anyone with a computer who had a CPU could partake in the mining process. But then GPUs came, and finally the powerful ASICs. Even by 2014, profitable mining was out of the hands of the majority of the public with Bitcoin because of ASICs. Thus, when Ethereum launched its proof of work, they said the algo was designed to be ASIC resistant, and only GPUs and CPUs could mine the ETH hash algo. But you can't stop specialized mining machines for specific algos. It's coming for Ethereum, and just now it's starting to show its ugly face. And it's not necessarily just ASICs, it's FPGAs, or field programmable gate array chips, which have comparable power to ASICs, but are more flexible in what they can mine. Now, I want to go to the Ethereum mining subreddit, and this post 17 days ago. Question: what site could I buy an ASIC from that is actually legit? And the top most upvoted comment is, the A10 is not an ASIC. There are no Ethereum ASICs. ETH is a memory-intensive application and not FPGA friendly. Oh really? But you gotta go deeper, my friends, than just the first comment. Down below, a David Stanfill says, tell that to the thousands of people mining ETH on FPGAs. And a commenter says, prove it. David replies, there is a whole FPGA Discord full of people mining ETH on FPGAs more power efficiently than GPUs. It isn't exactly a secret, I should know. I designed them. What? Well, I found the FPGA Discord here, it's true. And I did a Google search of David Stanfill Ethereum, and the first post is an Ethereum EIP, and clicking into it, we can see that yes, a David Stanfill is a developer submitting EIPs to Ethereum, and this one modifies ETH hash in order to break ASIC miners specialized for the current ETH hash mining algorithm. So this isn't just a random commenter, and FPGAs and ASICs are going after Ethereum. That's why they are moving to proof of stake, to bring the value of securing the network to more people, as mining centralization begins to show its ugly face. And that is just why I think 32 Ethereum may be better than 1 Bitcoin. It's all about staking, and going back to Adam Cochran's findings, number 3 is how much ETH is there. And in that detailed findings section, he goes into staking, and he puts together a rough estimate of rewards. Early phase 0 beacon chain, which is coming soon, he predicts 70 to 20% yield APY. And then just look behind the scenes. Our Congress put together a letter over the summer for the IRS asking them to make staking rewards tax-free until cashed out. That is why. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.